Hey everybody, welcome to GGS Railways. My name is Greg, this is my YouTube channel. Alright, tonight we are going to go through an eBay lot that I bought, and I believe this is some tin litho Marx, and yeah, we're going to open it up. I'm not sure what it is. I bought it for one reason, and really one reason only, and we'll talk about that once we get to it. But alright, let's get the box open. Actually, I've already cut the tape because you guys know how I am with tape. Alright, so let's get this open. And let's see what's inside. So I did cut the tape, but I have not actually looked inside yet. So we'll all be surprised together. All right, so we have, what is this? This looks like an automatic signal. I'm really not familiar with its accessory. I believe it is from Marx though. And yeah, so all right, that's that. We may get out a transformer later and see what that does. I don't know. Alright, so then actually I see exactly what I was hoping I would see, and yeah, this is actually why I bought the entire lot. I'll put the plastic here on the floor. This was one of my very first kind of wants from Marx, and I have one other of these, and when I first tried to get one of these guys, everyone I found is just either a difficult seller or too much money or just whatever. It never really worked out. So right, this guy is pretty rough, and he's gonna need some love for sure. The motor, ooh, wow, that is tight. All right, so yeah, we may look at him in a little bit. So all right, I'm gonna try to do this to where stuff is not blocking the other camera. So I tried the second camera last night when we did the the other video, and yeah, it didn't work out very well at all. So we're gonna try it again. So all right, here we go. So last night we did the package that Melvin sent us with all the pre-war odds stuff in it. We got some wheels and some things on order for that guy. I'm really looking forward to getting into that. So all right, let's see what we got here. Oh, this is Tinplate. This is Marx, and it's lighted, so it's somewhat rare to see a Marx lighted caboose. You just don't see that many of them, so that's very, very cool. So let's see. Looks like it's got two deals here, but I can't tell. Oh wait, is this lighted or is that? No, that's just, I'm sorry, it's not lighted, it's just a style of coupler. All right, that makes more sense. I got confused because I saw the inserts in the windows here. All right, well, okay, so I take it back. It is not lit, but it is rare. It is very rare actually to see a lit Marx caboose. The way they are lit, and the way I was kind of confused, is that they generally have a thing that goes in the middle here that kind of snaps in. Anyway, all right, so enough of that, enough of the confusion on that. So all right, moving on. Just goes to show I don't know everything. All right, so this looks like it's a tender. It's quite heavy, and it's got something rattling around in here. Not sure what's going on with this. So all right, so me and tape, you already know, we don't have the best relationship. So I think I got it all. Got enough. All right, cool. Let's go. So all right, so like I said, this guy got something rattling around in there. Ooh, wow. That is it's quite an interesting sound, isn't it? Huh. Oh no. So either somebody either weighted this caboose, or perhaps something's hidden in here. Wow. You just never know. It sounds like, I'm sure it's just metal, but we may check that out in here in a little bit and see if we see anything inside. I do see a slit here to where maybe we could. Oh wait, look. It looks like it's maybe just metal plates. So all right, my imagination definitely ran away with me. So I don't know that I've ever seen a caboose, and it's quite heavy, or a caboose, a tender, and it is quite heavy that is weighted like that. So that's very interesting. But on another note, the graphics and so forth, the colors on him are actually pretty good. All right, so all this stuff is quite dirty, and obviously it has been somewhere. So all right, somewhere like stored not used. There you go. All right, so let's see here. Let's see what we got. So this guy is taped in kind of an odd way. Try to get this open without damaging the car. So, you know, I do believe these might be the dullest scissors known to man. I usually have a razor blade knife, but apparently I've misplaced it. So, all right, so yeah, this is a, wow, this is a boxcar, and he's seen some things and done some things, but man, that looks kind of realistic the way that's worn there. I kind of like that quite a lot. Wow, very cool, very nice. Now the doors operate really nicely, which is interesting because I've had them before to where the doors do not operate all that well. So all right, so a clue as to which iteration of Marx we're looking at. It has the butterfly couplers, and so that's a little bit later than some of the other Tinplate things that we have. Not that it matters much. They use the same designs and a lot of times the same materials for years and years and years on Marx. All right, what else we got in here? Ooh, I think I see a locomotive. Wow. All right, and the tape is good. Able to do the tape on that one without a lot of things. So all right, I just heard Lola do something over here. I'm not sure what she did. What are you doing over here, babe? You doing okay? I think she just popped a bubble wrap there. All right, so need to make sure that she's not eating something over there she shouldn't. But anyway, all right. So this is a Marx. It is a 999 locomotive, and you know, it appears that somebody has repainted it. Added some gold. You know, this is very reminiscent of some of the things that I did with my very first Marx. Of course, mine never looked that good to start with, but yeah. So all right, so yeah, it's got quite a little bit of moisture issues here and stuff, and this guy obviously has been stored in kind of a damp and not too great location. So all right, so once again, this is, ooh, wow, that's stiff. Wow, okay, so we may have to check that guy out here in a minute, but yeah, looks pretty sharp though, I think. We can all agree on that. I'll move this stuff over a little bit here just in case my camera isn't catching exactly what I think it is. That was my problem last night or yesterday. All right, so moving on. So here is the dummy for the spun something out of the box. It looks like something broken. So anyway, this is the dummy for the for this guy, and let's see if we can get him out of the bubble wrap here. Looks like we got one small piece of tape holding us. Surely we can do that, right? All right, very good, very good. So this guy actually looks like he's a little bit better condition on the on the bottom there. Very cool. The tilt coupler. So this tilt coupler is probably where that piece of plastic came off on the front there. So yeah, we're gonna have to probably find that piece, or plan on replacing the coupler once. But yeah, that's definitely where that came from. So all right, we may figure that out in a little bit. So all right, so interestingly, these little horns here. This is actually the first one I've ever seen, and it still has one of them on there. If you're with us, one of the other videos just not too long ago for the thrift store lot, we bought the Marx diesels that were they're actually a plastic shell, and they were missing the horns as well. And I didn't do a video on it, but I did replace the horns on it. Now I think that maybe this style of horn is what I actually ordered. Yeah, it looks okay on those, but I'm not actually sure it's correct for the older one. But anyway, all right. So very cool, nice. Very nice. So all right, let's see what else we got in the box here. I don't think there's a lot of things in this box. Didn't pay a lot for this. Actually, paid next to nothing for this. That's that's really ironic, you know. When just a year or so ago, I would have paid almost anything to get one of these Baltimore and Ohio locomotives, and now got one for almost nothing. That's just the way the train world kind of works. So all right. I'm trying to get this open, not as usual. Faring very well with the tape. So all right, I got it. Yay! So here is the caboose, and an interesting thing about this caboose also, I tried forever and ever and ever to find a decent caboose, and this one is actually quite decent. So there you go, mission accomplished. Very, very cool. So I mean, it is dirty, but it will clean up. It will clean up quite nicely. Can almost promise that. All right, so let's see. Trying to go kind of quickly because I kind of want to apply some power to some of these guys and see if we can get them to do anything, if there's any life in them at all. Now the Marx little motors are generally speaking pretty much bulletproof. I've only had maybe 2 out of a lot that I wasn't able to make function. So all right, here we have, wow, oh my goodness. So okay, so the reason I'm getting excited is because it's very rare that I see a Marx car that I don't have, and I've never seen this one before. This is, whoa. I like this a lot. I like the green, I like the yellow. My goodness. Well, you know what? Whatever we paid for this lot, which once again was not a lot, this makes it all worthwhile. Very cool. Wow. Very, very nice. Wow. Okay. Yes, that is something that just made my day. All right. So let's see. What else do we have here? I believe this may actually look very familiar to us if I can get the tape off here. So I won't spoil it for you until I get the tape off. But I think this will look very familiar to some of us. Wow. Talk about suspense. Man. All right. This this pair of scissors and I am not having a good time. All right. So this one. So you may recall in the thrift store lot that we had one of these guys, and it was all beat up and bent and everything, and we bent it back and we made it look pretty good. So this one's nice and straight, and wow. And the graphics are even pretty good. The graphics cleaned up really nicely on the thrift store lot one that we got, but this one is good to start with, so I suspect that was gonna be nice when it gets cleaned up. So this, I believe, is one of the same thing again. So all right, once again, you know, I had never seen that particular Marx car before the thrift store lot, and now, if I'm not mistaken, we have 3. Wow, how cool is that? Very, very nice. My goodness. So all right, so what I want to do next is I want to get out a transformer, and I want to see if we can make, maybe, possibly, let me put all this plastic and stuff back in the box and see if there's anything in the bottom of the box, because you know how that goes. All right. So all right, let me get the transformer out, and we'll kind of go from there. Let's do it. All right, so I have a transformer out. This is actually an American Flyer transformer. It actually delivers more volts than these Marx were designed to run on. So if anything's going to start this, it is going to be this. But I can tell you right now that just because of how tight this is, all we're going to be able to do is see if this is going to have any possibility of functioning once it's cleaned, and that's probably about all we're going to be able to do without taking it apart. So let's see. Yep. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's definitely good. And I saw it move for just like a split second. So all right, we may open that guy up here in a second. This one is super simple to get apart. And let's see, here we have the 999. And this guy isn't quite as stiff, but he's still quite stiff, man. This guy's been somewhere for a while. So all right, let's try this guy. And then we'll try that powered accessory. I don't know, not really quite sure how to make that go, but we'll see. Let's see. Let's find the ground of some sort, and then let's find, well, we're gonna have to find to get the positive on the pickup shoe here. Let's see. Yeah, it moved for just a minute. So all right, these guys are gonna be probably good to go. So a little bit of lubrication, a little bit of love. So we may just do that here. Oh, look! All right, so yeah. All right, well, I don't want to do much more than that because it is definitely stiff. So all right, so here's this guy here. Now I noticed that this plate here was off. So I'll look inside here, see if I see any. Well, that bulb's loose. So that's not going to work like that for sure. So all right. Now, if I was a betting man, I would bet this one's going out. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to take these bulbs out first. We're going to test them because honestly, I'm really not even sure how this is exactly supposed to work. So, all right. So I'm going to turn the voltage way down. So, you know, don't want to pop the bulb. Don't know what voltage. So, all right. Yeah, this bulb is no good. No good. No light. All right. So we got a bunch of those little bulbs over there. We can definitely fix this if that turns out to be the problem. So, all right. So this guy, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, this guy lights. All right. So this one appears like it might be okay. So, all right. Let's get this guy back in here. Let me go over there maybe and see if I can round up another bulb. I can. I know I can. Let me go do that. I'll be right back. All right. So I grabbed 2 bulbs because that way we know that they match because they came out of the same package. So, all right. So we'll save this one for another day, another project. I mean, yeah, that's pretty optimistic to think that this is just going to work like that. So what I didn't see in the box was little screws that are supposed to hold this on. So that might be an interesting thing to find. All right, so I think we got the bulbs in here pretty good. Looking pretty good. So, you know, just optimistically we'll put the cover on there. Uh-oh. And yeah, all right, so let's see here. So, all right, so let's look at the bottom here. So I see red and green on the positive side of the bulb here, or the end, and then it looks like we have a common wire. So it looks like the common wire is number 2, and the 2 hots are going to be 1 and 3. So, all right, and I'm talking about these right here. I'm going to tighten this down so it has a chance to work. Probably this came with yet another nut that's not on here. So, all right. This, I can't tell if it is plastic or metal. The base is plastic. So, all right, let's see. Give it about that much voltage, maybe. That's like a really non-scientific guess. All right, so we got nothing there. And, oh, look. All right, very cool. Sorry, I just noticed that it's got a switch here on the back. So I'm wondering, let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, no. There's probably a more professional way to do this, huh? So, oh, well, the switch doesn't seem to do anything, though. All right, well, you know, I don't know. Let's see. Put it back on here. Oh, there it goes. Look. All right, so I'm not sure what this little switch... Oh, look, the switch does work. Look at that. Oh, check it out. Wow. My goodness, that is so cool. Whoa, okay. So, all right. You know, not gonna get too too excited about that, but you know, whatever. It's a good accessory. I like it. I like it a lot. So, all right, how about that? Whoa! Very cool. So, all right, so I imagine this normally, or originally probably would have come with a red bulb and a green bulb. I don't have those at the moment, so yeah. All right, so you know what? I want to get a towel here on the table, and I want to take these locomotives apart, and we'll see what's up. I want to see if we can make them run, because, you know, that would make me happy. Let's do that. Alright, so I've got out some machine oil, I've got a screwdriver, and honestly that ought to be about all we need. These are very, very simple. So alright, if you've never watched my channel, then I will tell you that on these Marx locomotives, most of them it is 2 screws on the front, and that is pretty much all you got to do to get it apart. So alright, so the only thing that we want to do, or try to do this time, tonight anyway, is to get this out and just look and see if we can get this little motor to run. So, all right, let me get this to cooperate. That would be nice. So, all right. So, because I said it's only 2 screws, it's gonna be it's gonna be a pain. You watch. So, all right. So here it comes. Here it comes. Man, that is not sliding very good. So, all right, maybe it has to go back in the shell. All right, come on. I just saw it slide. There it goes. All right. Wow. You know, I'm gonna say that's been in there. Ooh, wow. Look, there's the. Ooh, wow. Yeah, there's the bulb. So I think that was the bulb we heard breaking. So we'll try not to not to break any more bulbs before we get this back together. So all right, let me get this glass off the table and I'll be right back. All right, so let's take out this broken bulb that I think I just broke. And you know what? We'll just use this one that we took out of the little signal that we had there because we know it works. All right, very cool. That may not be bright enough, but you know, it's a bulb. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's see what we see. Wow. So the first thing that I see is it's got the, this out of the way, it's got the oil wick here that's supposed to be oiled, and not only do I not see any rust, any oil, I just gave it away, I see some rust. So yeah, that guy's gonna be a little in need right there. So all right, so as I'm turning this is actually freeing up quite a bit. So all right, let's get a little bit of machine oil going here. Let's see if we can get this guy to run a little bit for us. Oops, no, I didn't mean to get that much. So my machine oil here, the bottle is a little odd on the way it delivers, and this is somewhat new to me. So all right, so these oil wicks are called oil wicks because you oil the wick and then it wicks, then it wicks to the little shaft there. So all right, very cool. Man, that's already so much better. Man, that doesn't look real happy on the inside there. But all right, so tonight we're just gonna try to give it a little bit of a whirl. So all right, I'm gonna go get a paper towel to wipe off the excess oil because you don't want excess oil because it tends to get in places that you really don't want oil. That's just kind of how it does. So all right, let's get this wiped off all the excess, and that way we won't get it on the track or any place else that we don't want it. All right, very cool. I think that looks pretty good. So just use some of the excess. We could probably, oh yeah, very good. So let's see how we did. So let's wipe these down a little bit. We'll once again do it a little bit better after we get this going. But tonight we're just having fun. We're gonna see if we can make them run. And this guy, I'm gonna tell you, it's probably gonna work. So all right, let's see. For a second. So that armature is pretty dirty. I wasn't getting power there. Okay, I got it. No. Let's see. Come on. So all right, we could we could temporarily give it a little more juice here to inspire it. So all right, we're not doing anything just yet. All right, I think the brushes are seized. Oh, there it goes. Very cool. Hard to keep these little Marx motors down. So all right, once again, that's way more voltage than Marx would ever have had. So let's try it with a little less. There it goes. Very cool. It's all right. I can almost assure you that the that the brushes are probably seized in those little brush tunnels. It'll surprise me if they're not actually, but we'll check that out. Maybe not tonight, but we will definitely check it out. So all right, we got the motor for the steam locomotive going. So let's see what we can do for the diesel. So the diesel comes apart a little bit differently. It's only one screw, believe it or not. It's one screw, but you got a wire you gotta deal with. I guess that may have been a spoiler alert there that I should have given. But yeah, there's a wire in here that goes to the headlight. So You'll see what I mean. So, all right. Is this going to come out? So this guy here is a little rusty, and I have had them actually break off before, so I'm a little nervous now. Oh my goodness. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe just, oh, there it goes. Woo. Yeah. So all right, you'll see how this mounts in a minute. You'll see why I was a little bit nervous. So all right, it is coming out ever so slowly. I'm not going to force it. All right, so maybe I can use my fingers. Yes. Wow. Look at how rusty that was. Whoa. All right. So okay. So this motor is just gonna at this point kind of fold out. It's got a slot that it runs on here, and then just literally it pulls out. So see, there's the wire I alluded to just a moment ago. Wow, this thing is really crusty looking. All right. So, all right. Hope I didn't just jinx it. Man, this poor guy here is gonna need some definite attention beyond tonight for sure. So, but tonight we're just gonna see if we can make it run, and then later on we'll do the proper maintenance and the things that you should do. So, all right, I got that side, and it's going okay. So, all right, this one doesn't have an oil wick. It just has a place where you gotta put your oil. So that one, it's interesting because this one, this one is a little more interesting to get apart. But you know, I don't know. I didn't design it, so yeah. All right, so got that pretty good. So I'm kind of wanting to do the axles. So can I see that? Yeah, I can. All right, and hopefully our oil will cooperate with that venture. All right, so it's getting a little bit better, ever so slowly. So, all right, a little more oil on this side. That one's not going to get to very easily. I'm gonna try to get it over here as well. So all right, that's kind of a crude way to oil it. As long as you keep it from getting into the motor part, you are generally okay. We talked about that before. You need to, pardon me, you need to be careful about how you lubricate your locomotives, because if you get actual oil inside the armature, what happens is the oil will actually attract dirt and dust, and that's really not what you want for your little motor. So, all right, so this is still pretty stiff. This may take a little more, and I lost my wire. So I was being careful, and I still lost it. It's not a big. It is in there, and it's got a little hook right here that it hooks to. It's just sometimes a pain to get that to hook. All right, so I feel like I must be missing a spot or something, because it should be a lot freer. So all right, it's getting there. All right, so let's see. So this guy has been modified. So yeah, I know about this because I did this myself on mine. So all right, very cool. We will put that back because probably does need it. All right, so let's see how we doing here, man. How are we doing? All right, so I think that might be loose enough to run. Man, it's still just not feeling like a Marx motor ought to feel. All right, let's give it some power. Let's see what happens. So this one's got an E unit. So what you don't want to do is you don't really want to hold the frame while you give power to that E unit, because what will happen sometimes is it will give you a capacitive charge, and it's not much fun. So all right, let's see here. Let's see if I can figure out that. Oh look, wait. I'm so paranoid about it getting shot. There you go. Wow, right off the bat. So I don't hear the E unit popping anyway. So I think it actually doesn't work when it's upside down. All right, so yeah, check it out. Wow. so cool. It's really difficult to to ruin these little Marx motors. All right, very, very cool. All right. So I think that's probably about all the maintenance is going to get for tonight, other than maybe wiping off the contacts. So we can do some shenanigans here in a minute. All right. Alrighty, well, let's put this back together. So as I alluded to earlier, it's got a little clip right here that the wire goes into, and hopefully the wire didn't come loose or get in here in a way that we're not ever going to be able to find it. I found it. All right, cool. And it's still got a little bit of an end to it here. So all right, Marx was really price conscious and resource conscious, and so they probably had some sort of mathematical equation about the perfect amount of wire to put here. So, all right, they were all about saving money and saving the consumer money. They wanted to make toys for everybody that everybody could afford. I've always thought that was an awesome mission. So all right, here we go. So the way they put this back in is the way we took it out. It just goes into the little slot there. Now what I might do is of course now we got the wire connected, so we got to deal with that. I might just put a little bit of oil here just because it's a little rusty, and I know that's going to have to turn. It's all right. I'm going to use my finger on the bottom side. Probably that should have been some grease. Look at that rust. Wow. Once again, we are not, permanently repairing anything at this point. We are just trying to make it run so we can go in there and say that we made it run. All right, so there we go. That's in there, and hopefully I got that washer in there correctly. I think I do, maybe. So all right, I may put a little drop of oil here on my bolt as well, just because I don't really want it to seize. That would not make anybody happy. Nope. That's right, I think I lost that. There it goes. Maybe. Possibly. It's alright. Sometimes these can be a little bit of a pain. I think I got it, but it's just not quite where it needs to go or something. Oh, wait. I see the problem. I think, uh-oh. Well, now, so this is, with this washer like this is kind of a hold your tongue just right type of situation. Now, we have quite a few of those on this channel. All right, so I think that's about where it goes. Just guessing. I think it's a good guess, though. All right. Is it right? Man, I should guess for a living. All right, so we're not going to tighten that down too crazy. Just because. All right, so it's back together. Rolls pretty good. It turns in okay. it'll be okay. All right, so here in a minute we'll take that in on the track and see if we actually made it run, or what we did. And once again, we will definitely take it back apart and fix it the way that it should be fixed. Right now we are just having fun. We're just seeing what we can make run out of the box with just a lot of basically sold for restoration repairs, and we'll see how we do. All right, very cool. So I tend to get a little sidetracked, a little consumed with the details. So let's make this guy run one more time before we button him up and just make sure that we didn't miss something. I feel like we kind of short-sheeted this guy a little bit, maybe. And I don't know excuse me. All right, I don't know that this E unit is actually working correctly at this moment. Oh, there we go. Well, the light's coming on. So we may not have this guy quite good enough yet, because he should be functioning at that. Now what I'm wondering is if that E unit needs to be upside right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Those these little E unit, and that's what this is. Depends on gravity for that little lever that flips the switch to be able to fall back down. So, all right, very cool. Does it work? Does the E unit work? Yep, I believe it does. Oh, there it goes. Yep. And that's, yep, that's what they do. All right, very cool. So for being something that we just took out of a box that obviously has not run in quite some time, we just did something. So all right, let's get this back together now. Let's see if we can get this back together without breaking this bulb. I'm not exactly sure why that happened. This just seemed like it was super tight in this shell. And maybe it's just because it hasn't been out in a while. So this is not a it's not a plastic, and it's not a tin litho shell. This is probably what do you call it? Cast. So yeah, very cool. So metal, metal cast. All right, so let's try to get this back together. Now usually they go back together easier than they came apart. Now because I said that, it probably won't. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. So I do see why the bulb broke. All right, yeah, it was just stuck. It was just stuck, and when we got it loose, it just jammed the light bulb against the front. That's all that happened. All right, well, chances are good the light bulb wasn't good anyhow. So, all right, let's see. Seeing where my screw hole needs to be here exactly. So on the Tinplate ones, when you do this, you don't want to tighten up either one before you get both of them in the hole and started in the threads, because sometimes you need to move this up and down. Now on the cast one, I'm not sure if that's as important. I mean, it went right in, so maybe not, but maybe something to think about. So all right, when you tighten these front bolts on the cast, not so much on the Tinplate, you need to be really careful not to torque them down, because the cast will actually shatter. If you ever owned anything that's cast iron, this isn't cast iron, I don't believe. This is some sort of alloy, but same thing, it will break. So all right, very cool. All right, let's go in the training room. Let's see if we did any good on these guys or not. Honestly, don't know, but I think we did pretty good. So let's go check it out. All right, guys, so we're going to make this short and sweet. If this runs, we're not going to run it more than 3 or 4 times around the track, because we really do need to go back and service that little motor the way it should be. Now, what I have done is I went ahead and cleaned all the wheels, and I oiled the wheels on the cars. Otherwise, 10 cars that have not been oiled in a while tend to be very, very squeaky, and it's not good for the wheels. So, all right. Let's get this started. Let's see if we did anything good. Now I've got this one in here, and I've also got the steam locomotive that we brought in. We'll try that later with the other cars, but first let's see if this is going to go. Now if it doesn't go, we're just going to leave it alone for tonight. We'll come back and do it later. But all right, let's check it out. Oh, backwards. Always backwards. Whoa, look at that. Wow. All right, guys. Pretty cool. So I'm really not sure if the one that I have that's, quote good is any better than this. So this is kind of cool. All right, let's see. Let's give them a second to warm up. The Marx motors tend to run a little bit quicker when they warm up. So let's see if that holds true for this one. I believe it is, because it is definitely speeding up. So all right, that is very, very cool. So true to my word, we're going to let it run around just another couple of times, and we'll get the other one on the track. See if we did any good with that one, and then for another video we'll clean all this stuff up, and we'll service the motor, and then we'll add it to our collection. What a cool thing. Awesome. All right, so I think that we better not tempt fate. I think that better be the last one around. Get this stopped, and we will get the other one on the track. All right, be right back. All right, and here is the Marx 999 on the track. It's looking really, really sharp. Now, even though those cars, I haven't cleaned them up or done anything with them, actually they look really, really cool, especially the one that's got kind of the damage to the finish on top. That for some reason that really appeals to me. I like that. I like that a lot. So all right, so let's see if this guy's going to work. This was the stiffer of the two, so may or may not work. So let's try it. Well, so far we just have buzzing, but that may be the E unit. It was the E unit. All right, so backwards. We're going to take it as it comes on this one. All right, here goes. Here goes. Yep. All right, very cool. So yeah, it's definitely going to need some. Definitely going to need some service. That guy does not sound too happy. Let's let it go around the track just a few times, and we'll see if some of that smooths out a little bit. Once again, a lot of the times these Marx motors will go faster as they warm up. Definitely speeding up. All right, let's turn down the power. All right, guys. Well, you know, I don't know exactly how long this has been in storage, or you know what its story is exactly, but I can tell you that for sitting as long as it has, it came back to life pretty good for us. Pretty cool. So all right, once again, we are going to let this run around the track maybe twice more, and then we're probably going to call this it. And you know, we'll probably do another video where we clean up all the cars. I'll show you how to lubricate the wheels and stuff on these Tinplate cars, and we'll go over the motor. I've shown you that before, but you know, I think some of you guys like seeing it again, and I'm definitely going to show you again. So all right. Very cool. All right, guys, until next time, let's get this guy, well, let's get this guy pulled in first. All right, guys, until next time, GGS Railways out. Man, this was the definite shenanigans.